Have you ever felt this way? You dream of achieving something great. You imagine a better life, full of success and respect. But when it's time to actually do the work, you pause. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. If you've ever been ambitious, but felt held back by laziness, then this story is for you. It might just change the way you see your life forever. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled among green fields and tall, whispering trees, lived a young man named Amir. At 25, Amir was strong, healthy, and brimming with dreams. He'd often gather his friends and declare, "One day, I will be the richest farmer in this entire village. My fields will shine golden with the harvest. People will travel from all around to seek my advice, and I'll be respected by everyone." The villagers all admired his ambition, but there was a catch. Amir was incredibly lazy. When the first rays of sunlight painted the sky, other farmers were already heading to their fields, tools in hand. Amir, however, was still curled up in bed. While the men of the village toiled under the hot sun, Amir would be sitting comfortably in the shade, talking endlessly about his grand plans. When the women hauled heavy buckets of water from the well, Amir would wave a hand and say, "I'll get to it later." He was a master of planning, but a novice at action. He loved the idea of success, but hated the hard work it demanded. One evening, Amir's uncle, an old and wise farmer, came to visit. His wise eyes scanned Amir's field. The land was fertile and rich, but it was completely bare. He turned to Amir and asked gently, "Amir, my boy, why is your land so empty? You speak of golden crops, but all I see is dry, untouched soil." Amir just laughed. "Uncle, don't you worry about a thing. I'm starting tomorrow. My field will be the best in the village. You just wait and see." The old man let out a soft sigh. He'd heard this promise of tomorrow far too many times. He decided it was time to teach Amir a lesson he would never forget. The uncle reached into his pocket and pulled out two small, identical-looking bags. Inside each was a different kind of seed. He handed them to Amir. "These aren't ordinary seeds, Amir," he said, his voice serious. "They are magic. This first one is the ambition seed. If you plant it and water it every single day, it will grow into a magnificent tree that provides fruit, shade, and unimaginable wealth." He then pointed to the second bag. "This one is the laziness seed. If you plant it, it will sprout almost instantly. But it will spread weeds across your entire field, destroying everything in its path. Now, Amir, both seeds are in your hands. The future of this field, and indeed your life, depends entirely on which one you choose to nurture." Amir stared at the two seeds, one for ambition, one for laziness. The choice seemed obvious. "Of course, I'll plant the ambition seed," he thought. "I want success more than anything." But when the next morning arrived, Amir felt that familiar wave of tiredness wash over him. "I'll plant it tomorrow," he mumbled, rolling over in bed. Days turned into a week. Finally, one afternoon, out of sheer boredom, he carelessly tossed both seeds into the ground. "Let's just see what happens," he told himself. "I can always take care of them later." Weeks slipped by. Amir completely forgot about the seeds. He spent his days as he always did, sleeping late, chatting with friends, and daydreaming about his glorious future. Then one day he happened to wander out to his field. What he saw made him stop dead in his tracks. The laziness seed had grown with astonishing speed. Thick, thorny weeds now carpeted the soil, spreading like a plague, choking the very life out of the land. In the ambition seed was a tiny weak sprout, barely visible, almost dead. It had received no water, no care, no sunlight. Amir's beautiful dream was rapidly turning into a living nightmare. Just then, his uncle returned. He surveyed the disastrous field and said calmly, "Amir, look at your land. This is a perfect picture of your life. Ambition is like a delicate seed. It needs daily care, consistent effort, and constant action. Without work, it withers and dies. But laziness, ... laziness grows all by itself. It spreads with terrifying speed and destroys everything in its path. My son, you wanted to be great, but your own laziness has already stolen your future." The weight of his uncle's words hit Amir like a physical blow. He fell to his knees. He reached out and gently touched the dying ambition seed, and tears streamed down his face. For the very first time, he understood the devastating truth. Dreams are worthless without action. Only work keeps them alive. That night, sleep wouldn't come. Amir lay awake, haunted by thoughts of his wasted time, his empty promises, and his lost opportunities. He whispered into the darkness, "If I don't change right now, laziness will own me forever." The next morning, long before the sun began to rise, Amir was up. He went to his field and began to pull out the weeds with his bare hands. It was grueling, back-breaking work. His hands bled, his muscles screamed in protest, but he didn't stop. He then carefully watered the tiny ambition seed. He cared for it every single day without fail. Slowly, miraculously, the seed began to grow. It transformed into a strong plant, and over the years it grew into a great, magnificent tree that provided abundant fruit, cool shade, and immense wealth. Amir changed too. He was no longer the lazy dreamer. Became known throughout the region as the farmer who fought his laziness and won. This story isn't just about farming, it's about our lives. Every one of us holds two seeds inside, the seed of ambition and the seed of laziness. Ambition only grows if you feed it daily with effort, discipline, and consistent action. Laziness, however, grows on its own, thriving on neglect, and it will destroy your dreams. If you feel that you're ambitious but held back by laziness, remember Amir's field. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Water your ambition. Pull out the weeds of procrastination. Because the longer you wait, the more your dream will wither away. If you enjoyed this story and found it valuable, please give this video a like and subscribe for more tales that inspire. And be sure to share it with someone you know who has big dreams but might be struggling with laziness. Together we can all learn to grow our ambition and build the life we truly dream of. Thanks for watching.